Hello, we are still in Saudi Arabia, maybe our last flight here. We are already vectored for our ILS into a city called Ha'il. That's, I hope, how you pronounce it. Kind of in the northwestern part of Saudi Arabia. This is not the oil producing part of Saudi Arabia. This is actually the agrarian part. We are close to mountains, so there is some humidity, there is some rain, and as I understand it, Ha'il is kind of the breadbasket of the country where most of the wheat comes from. It's also an important historic city. It's the ruling place of the Al Hashids, which were the main rivals of the Al Sauds, for control of the region until a decisive battle in 1921 where the Sauds conquered Ha'il, the city we see ahead of us, and well, they didn't wipe out the Rashids, but they did send most of them into exile and consolidated their power over the country, which lasts until this day. So again, an important city in historical terms. We should get ready to land though. Our usual preparations, just turning on the lights and the fuel pump. The runway's over there. There is no clouds. Gearing is our final approach fix, so we'll start descending once we're there. The airport is kind of high. It's 3,000 and something feet from sea level. We can turn the ILS here on the secondary nav system. We need to be slightly slower for the landing gear, so I'm gonna slow down. And once we are about 2 miles from Garing, I'll deploy the landing gear. So again, this is the city. I like the mountain ranges of Saudi Arabia. They're usually quite pretty, and as you can see, this place it's still arid, of course. Everything pretty much in this continent, this peninsula, is arid, but it's not so desertic as many places we've seen. Let's just take us.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, contact Hail Tower 118.7.
118.7 CIC 06. Let's talk to Tower. Tower CIC 06 on final ILS 18.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, Hail Tower, wind 115 at 6, runway 18 cleared to land.
Clear to land, runway 18 CIC 06. So we're getting a crosswind from the left, which we need to pay attention to. Let's drop the landing gear. Wait for the green light. There it is. Drag slows us down. We'll start descending once we hit Gary, so we still have a little while. Again, the white line is the safer flaps, so let's drop the first stage, then full props, full mixture. Trim up to keep the aircraft steady. This approach, as you can see, goes right over the city, so it's going to be interesting. We're a little bit to the left, so let's correct that. We are about to disengage the autopilot and see how it goes. Again, strong crosswind. Well, not terribly strong, but you get the idea. More trim. How's it looking? Still need to trim up a fair bit. turning off the autopilot now, trimming up, lowering power so we start a controlled descent. And here we go. We are on our final approach. Second stage of flaps. Everything looks fine. Let's descend a little bit more. Speed is okay. 100 miles is fine. Again, this detail of the Comanche, the airspeed indicator is in miles and not knots, which is the usual standard these days. But there is, you can see the knots over here, but still we should be at about 80 miles for touchdown. So, but as I am jabbering, yamming, we are not descending. So let's catch up with the ILS, shall we? Again, this is the vertical indicator, this is the horizontal one. We want to keep both in the center as much as possible. It's a nice depiction of the city. Of course, this is not photogrammetry, but it looks believable enough. Okay, we're catching up. Going a little bit faster. How is our trim? Trim is fine. It's actually too much trim. So when we level, we should lose speed. And I still have the final stage of flaps, which I'll deploy once we are a bit closer, probably over those buildings here. I think there are puppy lights, the simple versions with just a couple, so I want one white and one red. Now we can feel the wind pushing from the left. And now we're too low actually, so let's level up. Final flaps. And yeah, now we're pretty much doing things visually. Don't need to look at the instruments anymore. Speed is fine. We're gliding. Actually, a little more power so we clear the building down there. Don't want any incidents. This is a slightly modded airport, I believe. No custom buildings, but taxiways and runways and stuff were corrected from the. I kind of like this kind of mods. They're very lightweight and they improve things quite a bit. So yeah, I am dropping the wing so we can correct for the crosswind. Dropping the left wing and applying right rudder to keep us centered. Here is the runway. Now we're a bit high. Let's cut power and glide down. Again, left wing down. We'll level up as we approach. Touchdown. Going a little bit faster, but as we flare we should cut some speed. Yeah, like so. Cut power, float a little as the Comanches want to do. And come on. Keep it steady. And there we go. Bit of a bump, but everything is fine.
Charlie India, Charlie Alpha 06, exit left at Alpha.
Exit left at Alpha, CIC06. We probably missed Alpha. But we exit left the next one. Flaps up. Fuel pump off, strobe off. Mixture a bit lean. You can see the airport over there. So yes, yeah, we'll exit left soonish. Yeah, over here should get us right into the terminal. It's not a big airport, but there we are. We are at Hail, Saudi Arabia. next time, oh, there is Alpha, so yeah, we didn't miss anything. Great. Next time we'll be heading towards the Persian Gulf, towards Kuwait. I don't know if we'll actually stop at Kuwait or stop at Saudi Arabia before that still, but that's it. That's it for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.